Now, we will discuss the integrals involving branch cuts. In previous lecture, we discussed about the keyhole contour. In keyhole contour branch, we discuss by branch cut. Now here, if in integral branch cuts are involving, then how can we evaluate the integrals? Now we have example I is equal to 0 to infinity x raised to power alpha over q of x dx when alpha less than 1. Let same contour like previous questions. F of z is equal to z raised to power alpha over q of z. To find the pole, we put q of z is equal to 0. So contour of f of z dz is equal to 2 pi iota summation r. As we have pole at origin, so summation r is equal to 0 because we have just one pole and it is along origin. That's why our residue becomes 0. Now, by using Cauchy principal value, we break this contour along this contour. C of f of z dz is equal to L minus f of z dz plus C contour of epsilon f of z dz plus L plus f of z dz plus CR f of z dz. On CE, CR approaches to, if R approaches to infinity, then contour along capital R will approaches to 0. We discussed about it many times in previous questions. So you know that how it approaches to 0. Now discuss the contour of epsilon along epsilon. On C epsilon, we have z is equal to epsilon e iota theta and theta belongs to 2 pi to 0. We differentiate, we have dz is equal to epsilon e iota theta into iota d theta. Just put the value of z. Now we know that we have a z alpha. So we take the power of this z alpha. Z alpha is equal to epsilon alpha e iota alpha theta. So we have z alpha e iota alpha theta over epsilon e iota theta dot dz is equal to iota epsilon e iota theta d theta. Now limit approaches, epsilon approaches to 0. So just put the values. When we apply limit epsilon approaches to 0, then this whole integral will approaches to 0. Now we will discuss the contour along L positive. It is f of z dz. The limit along positive contour, it is 0 to infinity. So we take 0 to infinity z alpha over qz dc. Limit r approaches to infinity, so 0 to infinity, because along x-axis z is equal to x and z alpha is equal to x alpha, so d z is equal to dx. Just put the value z alpha dz on this integral. 0 to infinity x alpha qx into dx, this whole integral is equal to 1 by given value. Now we will find the contour along L negative. It is z is equal to x e iota 2 pi, dx is equal to dx e iota 2 pi, because we have a function z raised to power alpha. So we just put the values of z. It is x e iota 2 pi. If we take the value of alpha, then it is x raised to power alpha e iota 2 pi alpha. So just put the value of z raised to power alpha. It is qx dx e iota 2 pi. Because e iota 2 pi is equal to 1, so we cannot write it. Now we have this integral. Now we just change the limits 0 to infinity and negative sign appear outside the integral. 0 to infinity, it is constant because the integral is along x-axis, so it is constant. We take it outside the integral. E iota 2 pi alpha 0 to infinity x alpha into qx dx. It is equal to iota. Put all the values in equation E. it is equation A. We just put the values. This contour value is 2 pi iota epsilon r, because we have a pole along origin, so it is 0, is equal to, this contour value is minus e iota 2 pi alpha I. This is approaches to 0. It is also approaches to 0, and the value of this integral is iota. So iota and iota is common, so we have 1 minus e iota 2 pi alpha. Now iota is equal to 0 over something 0, so its integral is inable. We cannot find out this integral because integral is equal to 0. The value who are in the form of x alpha over 1 f of z something q of x form. So we solve these type question by using the involving branch cut. So another example we can see that whose integrals is able to find out. Given I is equal to 0 to infinity x raised to power minus 1 by 3 1 plus x dx. As c f of z dz, just put into contour, replace x by z. F of z is equal to z raised to power minus 1 by 3 over 1 plus z. The branch of the function z minus 1 by 2 is defined by z raised to power minus 1 by 3. So we can write it as e raised to power log z minus 1 by 3, because log and exponential is inverse of each other, so they will be cancelled out and we have just z raised to power minus 1 by 3. So we can write this as this function e raised to power minus 1 by 3 log of z. So this branch cut use in spite of this. To evaluate pole, we just put the denominator is equal to 0, z plus 1 is equal to 0, z is equal to minus n, and we can write it as e raised to power iota pi. Contour f of z dz is equal to 2 pi iota summation r by Cauchy residue theorem. So we have our pole z is equal to e raised to power iota pi. So we can find out the residue at z is equal to e iota pi. Limit z approaches to e iota pi z minus a into f of z. So limit z approaches to e iota pi z minus a, f of z is equal to z minus 1 by 3 over 1 plus z. So it is z minus e iota pi, z minus 1 by 3 over 1 plus z. We know that e raised to power iota pi is equal to minus 1. So we put the value of this function minus plus 1. Z raised to power minus 1 by 3 over 1 plus z. These will be cancelled out. We have just z raised to power minus 1 by 3. We can, when we apply limit z approaches to e iota pi, then we have e minus iota pi by 3. So cf of z dz is equal to 2 pi iota by putting value in this, and summation r is equal to e raised to power minus iota pi by 3. Now we break this contour by using principal values theorem, this form. As we discussed about contour along epsilon approaches to 0 and contour along r approaches to 0. Do you yourself. We just find out these two contour. This contour is equal to 2 pi iota e raised to power minus pi by 3. We just find out this and this contour. Along L positive, z is equal to x and d is equal to dx. We just put the value f of z is equal to f of x, and f of x is equal to x raised to power minus 1 by 3 to 1 plus x into dx, and it is equal to I. Similarly, contour along L minus, z is equal to x e raised to power iota 2 pi, and d is equal to dx because e iota 2 pi is equal to 1. So z raised to power minus 1 by 3 is equal to x minus 1 by 3, e minus iota 2 pi by 3. Just put the values of z and dz in the place of dz and z raised to power minus 1 by 3. We have the integral in the form of x function. e raised to power minus iota 2 pi by 3 is not a function of x, so we put it outside the integral. E raised to power minus iota 2 pi by 3, and by changing the limits of integral we have this minus sign, and limits are 0 to infinity. X raised to minus 1 by 3 1 plus it is equal to I. Just put the values this and this contour in equation 1. So this is our equation 1. Just put the values, and by simplifying it we have I is equal to 2 pi iota e minus pi by 3 over 1 minus e raised to power iota 2 pi by 3. We can evaluate it further. I is equal to 2 pi I e raised to power minus iota pi by 3 over 1 minus e raised to power minus iota 2 pi by 3. 2 pi iota into e raised, we can write it as 2 pi iota into e raised to power minus pi by 3 over 1 minus e raised to power minus 2 pi by 3. By using Euler formula, we can write it as cos of pi by 3 minus iota sin pi by 3. If there is a minus, then we use minus here. If it is plus, then we use plus here. 1 minus e raised to power minus iota 2 pi by 3. 1 minus cos 2 pi by 3 minus iota sin 2 pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 value is 1 by 2. Sin pi by 3 value is under root 3 by 2. Similarly, cos 2 pi by 3 value is 1 minus 1 by 2, and sin 2 pi by 3 value is minus iota under root 3 by 2. 2 pi iota, we just write it as it is and simplify the denominator. We have 3 by 2 plus iota under root 3 by 2, and numerator is as it. We just eliminate the denominator, so we will rationalize the function by changing the sign of iota function. We will multiply and divide it. 3 by 2 minus iota under root 3 by 2 and 3 by 2 minus iota under root 3 by 2. Just numerator multiply by with numerator, we have this value, and by multiplying the denominator with denominator we have this value. By solving it, we have 2 pi iota minus under root 3 iota by 3. So minus 2 pi iota, iota into iota is equal to iota square under root 3 by 3. So iota square is equal to minus 1. So minus minus plus 1, 2 pi into under root 3 by 3. And this is the answer of our this integrals.